plan on making an updated video in maybe a couple months to show you guys the progress. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Diana. Tell by the title of this video, I'm finally here to give you guys an update on my rhinoplasty, and I do just want to apologize for taking so long to make this video. I know when I was going through this process, I really appreciated when people posted updated videos because I did like to see their results. So I do want to apologize for taking this long to make the video. A lot has changed since the last time I posted my video, which is why I feel like it's taken me this long. I've just kind of been dealing with my own personal things like skin issues, which has kind of taken a toll on me mentally and physically, which has just made it even harder for me to just sit down and be in front of a camera. But before I get into this video, I do want to say thank you to everyone who showed me any kind of love on my last video, whether it was just watching my video, commenting, liking, or even sending me a sweet message. I got so many messages, and I really wasn't sure how that video was going to be taken because I know a lot of negativity comes with getting cosmetic surgeries. But I did just want to be very transparent and just share my journey because I know watching these kind of videos on YouTube definitely helped me. I answered a bunch of questions that I had, so that's just what my goal with that video was. But I actually left a question box on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I will leave my Instagram tag right up here. And I just left that open for anyone to ask me any questions that they might have had. So I'm just gonna get into that. The first question was, why did you get a nose job? So I actually never thought that I had a big nose until I was in, I think, middle school. I had posted a picture on Facebook and someone basically said, you'd be very pretty if your nose wasn't so big. And that's when I began to kind of become really insecure about my nose. I started seeing myself in a different way. I started seeing that my nose was a little too big for my face. And over the years, it just got worse to the point where I think last year before I actually got my procedure done, I was so insecure of even taking a picture of my face. If you go on my Instagram, you probably will not find more than like 2 pictures of my face, and those had to be at a certain angle where you couldn't really see how big my nose was. So in high school, I actually started looking into surgeons, and it's insane for me to think that in high school I started doing this, but I started looking into surgeons and kind of seeing what it was that they'd charge. I was too young at the time to even get a surgery, and the first place I started was in Mexico, as I knew that I was probably not going to be able to afford a surgeon here. So that's what I started doing. I started emailing back and forth with a couple surgeons, and I kind of just left it at that. So it was like 2 years ago where I decided to actively start looking for a surgeon. Next question is, how did you find your surgeon? So I actually follow a girl who is Instagram famous, who is from the Bay Area, and she noticed that her nose looked a lot smaller. So I decided I was going to message her. She probably would not reply. So I sent her a message saying something like, hey, I noticed your nose looks a little bit smaller. Did you happen to get a rhinoplasty? And if so, who did you go to? And I asked her because I knew she was from the Bay Area, so I figured she probably got it done here. So I sent that message, and I think a day later she actually responded to me. Responded was the surgeon's name. I then asked her some questions like, how much did he charge or something. She never responded to that, but I was just grateful that I got a reply because that's how I found my surgeon. And after that, I followed him on Instagram, and then I actually went onto realself.com. Highly recommend that if you are looking to get any kind of procedure done. You can find any surgeon on there. There's real people who will leave testimonies, pictures, all of that. Super helpful. That's kind of what I went based off of. I had my consultation with him, and one of the questions I also got was, how did you know your surgeon was the one? When I had my consultation with him, the moment I met him, I felt so comfortable, which I feel like is really important. You want to feel comfortable with your surgeon because at the end of the day, you want to feel comfortable enough to let them know exactly what it is that you want, because you're paying a lot of money. So definitely make sure that you feel comfortable and make sure that they listen to what it is that you want. When I met him, he knew exactly what it was that I wanted. I just felt comfortable, and he knew the vision that I had in my mind. So that's how I knew that was the surgeon for me. Next question was, what did you ask for when it came down to the shape of your nose? And another question was, did you show them pictures of what you wanted, or did they recommend what fits you? Basically, I went in and I did not take any picture of anyone else. All I took was a photo that I had taken on Snapchat a couple years ago with a filter, which made my nose look a little bit smaller. So I told him, I do not hate my nose, I just feel like it's a little too big for my face, so I just want a smaller version of my nose. I know people go in with pictures of what they want, but I just couldn't envision myself having like a little button nose because of my features that just wouldn't fit my face. So I just wanted to have a smaller version of my nose because I didn't want my face to change. Some people will actually say that they don't even notice that I got a nose job, which to me is great because I literally just wanted a smaller version of my nose, and I feel like he did a great job. So all he did was shave down the bridge of my nose and then bring in my nostrils. It wasn't a crazy change. So how long until your bruising / swelling went down? So the bruising, I want to say, lasted about 3 weeks. I was really lucky. I know some people have a really hard recovery. If you are going to get a procedure done, I highly recommend eating pineapple because that will help with swelling. Swelling did take a while. I'm actually still not fully healed. If anything hits my nose, I still feel a lot of pain. There are like certain parts of my nose that I can't fully feel just yet, like this side of my nose. Stitching here didn't really heal properly, so I did have to get a couple shots in my nose to kind of fix that. So that's why I feel like it's taking a little longer for me to really have sensation in that area. But a rhinoplasty does have a very long recovery period, so keep that in mind if you are looking to get a rhinoplasty. It's going to test your patience. The question I got was, what did your parents think? Honestly, I think my parents have known that I've wanted a rhinoplasty for a very long time. I don't think they ever thought that I'd actually go through with it. But once I actually put my down payment, I called my parents and let them know, and they were very supportive. If you saw my last video, you saw that my mom actually took me to surgery and then took care of me, so I'd say they're very supportive. And another question I got was, what did Joshua think? Josh was known this as well. I've wanted a rhinoplasty forever. First, he told me I didn't need one, and then years went on. I started pointing out what it was that I didn't like about my nose, and he was kind of able to see that. So he was also very, very supportive. Another question I got was if the recovery period was painful. I would not say that it was painful. I think I had maybe 2 days where I did feel some pain. For the most part, it was just really, really uncomfortable. I'd do it again. It was not that bad. Where did you go and how much did you pay? I went to Art of Beauty in Danville. I went to Dr. Stompro. They do have 2 surgeons, so you can go ahead and check both of them out. But I went to Dr. Stompro, and he was honestly the sweetest man I've ever met. From the first day, like I said, that I met him, he was so sweet, super honest, and overall just made me feel really, really comfortable. He called me the day after surgery, and then called me a week after, and after that had his assistants, you know, checking up on me, which I really, really appreciated, because that just shows that they really do care about their clients. I highly recommend him. He also does offer free consultations if you are interested in getting a procedure done. If you are looking to get a procedure done and just kind of want to see what that might cost. Consultations can get pretty expensive if you are talking to multiple surgeons. So highly recommend taking advantage of that. And I will leave his Instagram name in the description box if you do want to check him out. How much did I pay? The price definitely depends on each individual, depending on what it is that you need. I know a lot of people actually go get rhinoplasties for the cosmetic side and then actually find out that they have like a deviated septum. So that's something that the surgeon is going to also want to fix while they're in there, which can make the price go up. But given I did not have a deviated septum and what I wanted was pretty minimal, he quoted me at $6,500. Another question I did get was if he offered payment plans, and I know he does, but I'm just not really sure about the ins and outs on that. I did want to give a little piece of advice for anyone who may be looking to get this procedure done. It requires a lot of patience. My skin changed so much. I used to have, I feel like, normal skin. I did have some dry patches on my face, because I do have eczema, but ever since I got the procedure done, my skin has become so oily to the point where I couldn't even control it at one point. I did have to change all of my skincare products to kind of help with that. I wasn't really sure if that was going to be temporary or if that was my new skin, but to this point my skin is still very oily. So another thing I just want to quickly talk about is how the recovery time can really take a toll on your mental health. There are days where you wake up and you feel great, and then there were days where I'd wake up and I was completely swollen because I had too much sodium the night before, and that really took a toll on me. It took me a really long time to kind of just adapt. I don't really know how to explain it, and unless you had a rhinoplasty or any other kind of surgery, I'm sure you can probably relate. Before I go, I just want to say thank you for watching this video, and again, I'm sorry that it took me so long to make this video, but I am glad that I'm finally putting this out. If I didn't answer any of your questions, definitely make sure to leave them down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. And I do want to start making more videos, so let me know if you have any ideas. So this was my 7th month update. I am still not fully healed. I have still some time to go. I'm hoping that I'll be fully recovered when I do make a year, but chances are it can take a little longer. Overall, I am very happy with it, but also something to keep in mind is that when you do go in to get a rhinoplasty, it's not going to be a perfect nose. There's no such thing as a perfect nose. And again, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Let me know if you guys want me to do an update once I do hit the 1 year mark. See you guys in another video. Thank you. Bye.